Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wrestling Tracks.
Everybody, this is part 2 of Survivor Series week. We're going to take you back to the year 1999. If I can get my co-host on the show this time. Let's see what we got here.
Hello?
Greg McCray, what's up?
What's going on?
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Greg McCray from Baton Rouge, my hometown. We are live. We're going to go back to the year 1995, ladies and gentlemen. Survivor Series week. We're doing this all the way to this year's Survivor Series, live November 19th. So from right now to the 19th, Survivor Series week, every single Survivor Series. This year's 1999. Before we get started, my brother here has a brand new album coming out. He's working on it now. Tell us a little bit about it right quick.
But a new album we're coming out with the first quarter of the new year. It's going to be called Wind of the Lord. Some great worship, great praise, new music for all the CCM and the hardcore gospel to go and listen to. This song to pop in and search something on there. I suggest you don't ride while you listen to this CD.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you heard that correctly. He's a worship leader. He's a pastor. And he's happy to love wrestling. And as far as I'm concerned, that's freaking awesome. You got a problem with it, that's too bad. Yeah, I said it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take you back to November 14th, 1999, Joe Louis Arena, Detroit, the home of my godfather, the Reverend Greg McCray. The year was 1999. Check this out right here. All hell broke loose on this one. The Godfather and D'Lo Brown and the Headbangers, Masha Thrasher, defeated the Acolytes, the APA, of course, Bradshaw and Farouk, and the Dudleys, my bad. A 4-on-4, that's a little loud, brother. A 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination matchup. Greg, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
What's your thought?
Nothing like the late 90s wrestling.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Hang on a second, Greg. Let's go.
Brian, Bubba Ray Dudley, when they first came into the WWE from ECW, man, that 3D, when they first came out with it, man, it was one of the most dangerous finishers in all of professional wrestling. And it was extreme, just like ECW was.
Yes, sir, everybody. It's pretty good. Also, ladies and gentlemen, now, this is for later, but there was a triple threat match that was supposed to include Stone Cold Steve Austin. We'll get to him later on. Let's place here. Also, Kurt Angle defeated Sean Stasiak. Now, Sean Stasiak, in my opinion, was just a clumsy goof, man.
Sean Stasiak, he had all the potential to do something long term, but he didn't pan out like he should have. A lot of those wrestlers in that era who should have did a lot of stuff long term and should have made a lot of poor decisions.
Yes, sir. By the way, Sean Stasiak, that's the Sean Stasiak, the very Sean Stasiak from the Alliance. And he was just clumsy. Didn't really make it past 2002, I recall. And they got to call it what it is, call spade a spade, and let him go. So, good luck to you, Sean. Mark Gangrel, Mark Henry, Steve Blackman and Val Venus, another 4-on-4 Stars elimination match versus the British Bulldog and Shane McMahon's good buddies, the Main Street Posse.
Oh, anybody remember the Main Street Posse? That's just, like you said, Shane McMahon, a good old running buddies. His little Greenwich Street gang. It was a good little late 90s run, but to me, it was like one of them little flicker in the pan.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. And this right here, the names on this card, you won't believe, but yes, it happened. Deborah, the Fabulous Moolah. Yes, the Fabulous Moolah. Mae Young and Tori defeated Ivory, Jacqueline, Luna, Terry Runnels. Now, let me explain something right quick. Mae Young and the Fabulous Moolah were extremely elderly. They was like, what, 70 and 80? in the 90s?
Yes, it was up there, way up there. Shouldn't even been shaking their hips, and they was out there trying to wrestle, did a little bit here and there.
It's a little fun fact for you. The Fabulous Moolah was women's champion for about 27 years. I recall 27 years. 28 years, excuse me. This is a time where women's wrestling was like unheard of. That's a no-no. Women in the ring? Of course not. How dare you? This is a time where women's wrestling was non-existent, and Fabulous Moolah said, screw y'all. I'm getting in this ring. You got a problem. Step in the ring. Let's settle it. And of course, we got Mae Young. I can't even find the words to describe that lady. God bless her soul. She's passed on now. Let me tell you, when Mae Young died, the day she died, she almost had held on a little bit longer. You know, Wikipedia says she passed away. Then the real report was she was still hanging on, fighting it. And, of course, she took her last breath, went on to the next world. But Mae Young, that's one tough lady, let me tell you.
Yeah. Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young were best friends and roommates for as long as Fabulous Moolah was a women's champion.
I think they're roommates to Fabulous Moolah died. To Fabulous Moolah died, I think.
Yeah, and not too long after Fabulous Moolah died, it was so close. Mae Young said, "I'm coming to follow you, sister."
Ladies and gentlemen, the one tough women, let me tell you. Kane defeated X-Pac by disqualification. We go back to the Survivor Series elimination matches. The Big Show, by himself, defeated the Big Boss Man, Mideon, Prince Albert, you know as A-Train, and Viscera.
Yes, indeed. That's a massive team. And if anybody could have beat them, it could have been the Big Show.
Yes, sir. And by the way, earlier in the night, the Big Show destroyed his partners. I don't need no partners. I'm handled by myself. And the Big Show and the Big Boss Man had a real-life storyline going on that spilled over into real life. The Big Show's father was involved, and he passed away in this year at the time, and it spilled over to the Big Show's personal life.
Yes, and I've listened to the story, listened to them talk about it, and it actually helped. As bittersweet as hard as it was for the Big Show, it helped him to cope with the loss of his father, and it actually helped him in healing in a strange wrestling sort of way.
Yes, indeed. The late Chyna defeated Miss Kitty, the girlfriend, by the way, of Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler at the time. No, I'm sorry, Chyna's corner defeated Chris Jericho, the first and the only female Intercontinental Champion.
Well, she was defending her title at this one, and I remember when she won it, and it was just a trip just to see how long she can hold on. And she was one of the first women who you can look at and actually say that she can beat a man in wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, she could have been the WWE champion, but it's like, no, let's just give her the title and let's see what's what.
And believe you me, if she wanted to, she could have won the WWE title, and nobody been able to stop her.
I would love it. I would love to see one day Chyna in the Hall of Fame. When she was alive, they told her basically, you need to quit your job because we family friendly now, and we can have you in the Hall of Fame. Well, in that case, you might as well ban Val Venus, Shaniqua. Shaniqua was a dominatrix. Venus was an adult entertainer. If that's the case,
Chyna deserved to
I had a question for you
in the Hall of Fame.
Say again?
Chyna being deserves she been deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. She been deserved to be in there, and I understand where the WWF was coming from. I understand, they stand and what they, so they didn't want any kids to go and Google Chyna trying to learn about her, and the first thing that come up when they Google her is adult films and all the wrong stuff that she did, which is not her fault, but it's the internet.
Yeah, man. But anyway, I would love, maybe Randy Savage in the Hall of Fame. So anything can happen, man. If Randy Savage get in the Hall of Fame, by God, anything is possible.
Yeah, once they Google Chyna and once you Google Chyna and the first thing come up about it is not something bad, I believe it'll happen.
Oh yeah, man. The Holly's cousins, man. I miss the Hollies. Kevin Crash, Molly Holly, Crash, and Hardcore Holly defeated Too Cool, Grandmaster Sexy, and Sky Too Hottie. No, wait a minute. I'm sorry. The Hollies with Too Cool versus Edge, Christian, and the Hardys. The Hollies and their team won.
Oh man, that was some classic. They had some classic teams back in the day. And man, when the Hollies first came out, man, I was like, what's going on? But then the more they wrestled together, man, the Hollies and then the Too Cool, Scotty Too Holly and Grandmaster Sexy, Jerry the King Lawler's son. If he hadn't got himself caught up in dealing with drugs, he would have had a great, great career in the WWE, especially as a cruiserweight.
Oh yeah, man. Also, the New Age Outlaws defeated Al Snow and Mankind for the tag championships. I think they were defending it, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, this was back when back when Al Snow first came in from ECW, and Al Snow had a great career in ECW.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the main event, the Big Show, was replacing Stone Cold Steve Austin, who tragically got ran over by an unknown settler who would later to be, I believe, Triple H. I don't know who ran him. Oh, Rikishi. My bad.
It was
Rikishi ran him over. Yes, sir. Rikishi ran Stone Cold Steve Austin over. The replacement for the triple threat match with The Rock and Triple H would be the Big Show, your World Wrestling Entertainment Heavyweight Champion. Now, we're going to fast forward to the present. Survivor Series 2017 is going to be amazing, man.
Oh, is it? This is going to be off the chain. Man, all the champions versus each other. And, I mean, the only match that, to me, just it is but not adding up is the WWE Champion Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar. I want to see Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman.
I wouldn't mind seeing Brock Lesnar and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes.
Like bring a little New Japan Pro Wrestling in it, WWE style. But I think they battled each other in New Japan Pro Wrestling, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's a lot of the moves from New Japan that WWE not gonna allow to happen because they feel like it's an unsafe working environment. You know, a lot of moves that they do over there. If you watch it, you cringe at some of the moves that they allow them to do.
Yeah. I remember Shinsuke Nakamura versus Austin Aries. The first time he did the Kinshasa, he busted. He like, dude, there's a picture on Facebook, on either on Facebook, Twitter, Austin Aries' eye was just jacked up with the Kinshasa.
Oh, he busted up. He broke Samoa Joe's jaw with it. I think he had to learn how to do the move in a safer tone since then, where it still looks devastating, but it don't hurt who he working with in the ring.
Right. Hey, question: if you're in the ring with Brock Lesnar, how would you take down Brock Lesnar? What would be your strategy versus Brock Lesnar?
I chop him down, hit him in the knees. First, I'll make sure I'm as strong as Braun Strowman first before I get in the ring with him.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, it's been known that Brock Lesnar.
If I'm at my height, I'm gonna chop him down.
Yes, sir. It's been known Brock Lesnar has stomach issues. So I would go for the stomach. The whole match is target the stomach, the abdominal stretches, power bombs, all kind of stuff towards the stomach. If you take the stomach out, you weaken the beast, and you might be able to win that thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to announce that November 22nd, I don't know when we're going to do this, but it's going to be sometime shortly after Survivor Series. Wrestling Tracks turns 5 years old, and you guys are the main reason why we're so awesome. You're the craziest, awesomest fans in the world. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, fans. We appreciate you following us and listening to us, and we appreciate it so much.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. I might have to work, but we're going to have this thing. And also, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, you heard it months ago, but just to reiterate, the first time ever, believe me, I checked, Raw will be on New Year's night and Christmas night. I love it.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. Ain't nothing like bringing in the New Year's right after watching Monday Night Raw.
Yes, sir. And also, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why it's now on January 11th because that's a Tuesday. So Raw's 25th anniversary will be January 22nd. The reason why January 11th is a Tuesday. So they're gonna do it January 22nd. That's a Monday. Perfect time for the 25th anniversary of Monday Night Raw. The names on the card: we got Shawn Michaels, we got Kevin Nash, we got The Undertaker, Steve Austin, Word on the Street, The Rock, and many more.
Wow, Raw 25 already? Man, it don't seem like it's been 25 years.
I remember when Raw didn't even have, I remember the first episode, January 11, 1993, I was in diapers watching this whole thing unfold, and it's been an incredible ride. But we only just getting started, babe. We just getting started. It's going to be awesome. The Manhattan Snap release.
Yeah,
It's going to be cool.
War.
And something in your neck of the woods, War Games.
Oh, man. I'm so excited about that.
Now, folks, young wrestling fans, can you explain what War Games is?
Well, War Games is, if they do it right, you had teams coming in the groups. You start off with all the teams even, and I believe this is going to be a 3-team match. So you have where the original was 2 teams, 2 teams of 5, and you start with 1 person each. Then they flip a coin, and one team have a 1-man advantage for 2 minutes. Then they come even. Then every 2 minutes, somebody come in every 2 minutes, and every other turn, the other team have a 1-man advantage. And at the end, you only win. You don't win by pinfall. You only win by submission or giving up.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first time in 20 years, War Games under the WWE banner now, but War Games, November 18th, live in Houston, Texas. Tickets are available right now, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, the rumors are true. You heard about it. It's going to happen one more time. We're going to let the good times roll. New Orleans, Louisiana, WrestleMania 34.
Oh, yeah. Just, it was so nice they had to do it twice.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. This will be live in the same building, the Superdome, Mr. Hogan. The Superdome, okay? Not the Silverdome, the Superdome. And it's going to be pretty cool. New Orleans, Louisiana, 2018. But that's then. We're talking about now. And we're going to cap off this week in the weekend with the icing on the cake Survivor Series 2017 all over the place. It's going to be awesome. Now, a little fun fact for you. Only 2 Survivor Series. Somebody's job has been on the line. Survivor Series 2001 with the Alliance, my favorite Survivor Series. And, of course, Survivor Series 2014, Team Xena versus Team Authority. Now, this lovely gentleman right here, unfortunately, was on the Survivor Series. It was on the Alliance side. And we all know how that worked out.
Yes. I was myself.
You was probably rooting for him, weren't you?
I was rooting for the Alliance myself, man. Especially when they came out with that nice, cool new WCW logo. And to me, I wish, you should have just let it, Shane McMahon say he owned it and still left them separate. Because to me, that just took so much air out of the game. To me, I believe it was stronger when you had them going against each other.
Yeah. By the way, a little fun fact for you. W had nothing to do, had no beef with WWE. Paul Heyman created ECW. They at the time was Eastern Championship Wrestling. He changed to the Extreme Championship Wrestling. He really had beef with WCW, but WWE was just a little casualty. So he really had no beef with WWE. He just wanted to get WCW out the way. That was the whole point of that. So that was kind of interesting right there.
If Paulie had his money right, ECW would have been a major player, but unfortunately he didn't have his money team and the backing and the promotion and advertising right. Because believe you me, ECW was and still is so popular. If you had things done right, ECW could have blew up bigger than WWE, and they had a chance, and Paul E just didn't capitalize on it.
We're going to walk down memory lane one more time, and we'll wrap this up here. I'm going to take you back. The year, ladies and gentlemen, was the very controversial 1997. That's what John said last night. John Mills on the show last night. He said it'd be a cold day in hell when Survivor Series comes back to Montreal. What do you think about it?
Oh yeah, I don't believe that ever. If it do happen, I feel sorry for whoever the champion is and for the fans, because that was one of the most memorable moves. Vince McMahon, understand how you feel scared, but Bret Hart was a man of his word, and Bret Hart did so much good for you. You should have trusted him. You should have did what he asked you to do, and he would have, came back and did. And to me, something recently that kind of reminded me about it was when the Hardys contract came up again, was finished with TNA. They were still the tag champs. The Hardys told TNA they would come back on and would drop the belts on TV. Instead, they told the Hardys, no, don't worry about it. And they used the Hardys' idea to show it and have somebody else come back with the tag team belt. And I'm like, no, y'all, that's dumb. What's wrong? And then you going to start up a tag team tournament. You just wasting time. Let the Hardys come back. Let them lose to somebody who you can build up. And that's the problem with TNA Impact Wrestling, why they cannot move up, because they make dumb moves like that. They're holding on to Matt Hardy persona. You ain't coming with that. Let him do what he do. But I'm going to leave that alone. But that was just a dumb decision by Vince McMahon, which he's still continuing to pay for.
Yes, indeed. By the way, the reason why all that went down, if you want the backstage story, so what happened is that night, Bret Hart's contract was going to be up. So they said, hey, I'm leaving for WCW. And it's like, well, I need you to drop the title to Shawn. Now, it was supposed to be on Raw the next night. But like, no, we're going to do it here in Montreal. So they took forever to have a match. They beat the holy hell out of each other before they even got in the ring. They got in the ring. Boom, 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 boom. And all of a sudden, Shawn goes for Bret's sharpshooter. Didn't even have the option to tap out. Earl Hebner run the bell. Shawn Michaels, your champion. And now here's what you didn't see. In the end of Survivor Series 97, what you didn't see, Shawn signed the words WCW. And the next night is on Nitro.
See, what was originally agreed upon to happen was Shawn Michaels put the sharpshooter on Bret Hart. Then Bret Hart was going to reverse into his own sharpshooter, and Shawn was going to submit. And then Bret Hart was going to come back the next night. He was going to submit, but his arm was going to be under the bottom rope, where it make it controversial, where Bret Hart would have to come right back and defend it on Monday Night Raw and lose it. Because Bret Hart didn't want to lose the title in Canada. He wanted to lose it in the United States. Vince McMahon being messing over people so much, you mess over people so much, you don't trust them to not mess over you. So you decide to screw him, and that's why Bret Hart got so mad. He started writing out the words WCW in the ring, literally spit in Vince McMahon's face, and had a ruckus, and it caused bad blood between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels didn't even really know about it.
Right. And of course, it's like I think it's 45-second video of Shawn and Bret after the match in the locker room. Check that out. Just like, hey, did you know what's gonna happen? Bret's like, Shawn's like, no, I didn't know what's gonna happen. Just check all that out. But I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Survivor Series is gonna be awesome. Tickets available right now. It's November 2nd, so you got till I wanted to say November 18th. I don't know when the deadline is. Tickets available right now. Hurry up and get them. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be all the way live. We ain't doing tape. This ain't Nitro. This ain't old school Raw. We doing this live. We ain't taping nothing. Live in Houston, Texas. You get NXT. You get Survivor Series. You get Monday Night Raw. Maybe SmackDown. Live 3-4 days. All of that in Houston, Texas.
Oh yeah, Houston, great city, home of the new Major League Baseball World Champion Houston Astros. So it's a good thing to come and bring some life back into the city hit by Hurricane Harvey.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to let y'all go take care of business tomorrow. We'll see you guys next time on Wrestling Tracks. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
You're listening to Love Advice with Leanne. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi, Leanne. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Why, in your professional opinion, do you never take my calls off the air?
Is this Carl?
Yep, it's Carl. I mean, we had a few dates. Everything was great. I thought,
Well, you know, when you switch to Geico, you could save a lot of money on car insurance.
Okay, awesome.
You should call them.
I will.
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.